Caught my girlfriend bragging about cheating, so I left without a word and blocked her everywhere. I'm 38, my girlfriend Rachel, let's call her that, is 36, and we were together for 5 years. I just found out she cheated on me, and it happened in the worst way possible. A bit about me: I've never been married, no kids, not because I didn't want that, just how life turned out. Here's what went down. Last Friday after work, I went for a guy's weekend at a friend's lake house. Nothing fancy, just fishing, drinking, games, and chilling. We do these trips every 3 months or so to hang out without our partners, a little break from couple life. I usually stay until Monday morning and head straight to work, but this time, I forgot my laptop at home. So, around 4 p.m. on Sunday, I drove back, figuring I'd be home by 6. Thinking Rachel hadn't eaten yet, I grabbed takeout from our favorite Italian spot and headed home. When I walked in, everything seemed normal. I heard Rachel laughing in the kitchen and thought I'd surprise her. But as I got closer, I overheard her phone conversation, and my world crashed. I thought she was talking to her sister or a friend, but this is what I heard: "Last night was amazing. He's such an attentive lover, I'm telling you, nothing like I've ever had. We met on Tinder, and he took me out yesterday. As soon as we got to his place, we barely made it to the couch. Oh my god, he's twice the size of my name. I'm definitely going back for more." I dropped the food on the floor. Rachel turned, saw me, and hung up. Tears were already in my eyes. She tried to approach me, but I pushed her away, grabbed my laptop from the office, and left. For the past 4 days, Rachel's been blowing up my phone with calls and texts, but I haven't responded once. I'm holed up in a motel in another city, she's not finding me. My friends and mom called because Rachel's freaking out, trying to figure out where I am, but I told them I'm fine. That one phone call wrecked my life. I genuinely thought I'd spend my life with her. I'm an only child, and my mom's always hinting about wanting grandkids. I was planning to propose on July 4th, our 6th anniversary ring already bought. My friend and his wife, who introduced us, knew about it. I'm gutted and have no idea how to handle this. It's my first time dealing with cheating. The thought of her makes me sick. Should I talk to Rachel and hear her out? I'm looking for any advice, thanks to anyone who responds. Comments: "She bragged about cheating. You'll never unhear that. Time to move on, she showed her true colors. Be glad you found out now, not after years of marriage. Cut contact, let your friends grab your stuff, and never speak to her again. Closure's on her, not you. You're probably a great guy who can't imagine doing this to her, so you'll want to understand and fix things. Don't make going back impossible, you dodged a bullet. I found out last year my wife cheated multiple times over 27 years of marriage and 3 kids. I had a chance to leave after year 1 but try to understand her. Don't make my mistake. Update 1, thanks for all the kind words. It's been a rough week, and though I didn't have the energy to reply, I read every comment. Your support got me through this gut punch. Here's the latest: last Friday, my friends visited me at the motel, and I told them what I overheard. They were shocked and asked if I'd noticed any signs. Honestly, I hadn't. I admitted I didn't know what to do and said the proposal was off. They totally got it. I asked them to turn off their phone locations so their partners wouldn't tip off Rachel, who's close with one friend's wife. That night, we hit the motel bar, and I got trashed, shots on shots, a pathetic mess. My friends got calls from their girlfriends and wives asking where they were, but they covered for me, saying everything's fine. One wife insisted on talking to me, guessing where they were, but I refused. She kept saying Rachel's worried and wants me to come home. I told my friend to handle his wife. The next day, I thanked them, and they headed home. This week, I asked a friend who passes our rental house on his commute to check on it. He said Rachel took Monday and Tuesday off but was back at work by Wednesday. Once I knew that, I went to the house and packed my stuff. It was a disaster: dirty dishes, clothes everywhere, trash overflowing with takeout containers. It took 3.5 hours to grab my things. Before leaving, I cleaned up as a final gesture. That evening, Rachel realized I'd been there and started bombarding me with calls and texts. I'm staying at my mom's until I find a new place. I talked to our landlord, but without Rachel's signature, I'm stuck paying my half of the rent until October. So yeah, a 38-year-old guy back at mom's, great job, life. On Thursday, I finally contacted Rachel and agreed to meet at a bar downtown on Friday night, but only with a friend present to keep things calm. She complained, begging me to come home so we could work through it, but I said it's my terms or nothing. She agreed. At the bar, I'd already eaten and had a couple of shots to steady my nerves. She started with small talk, asking how I'm doing. I cut her off and said I had questions. Her eyes filled with tears. I asked how long it had been going on. She swore it was a one-time thing. I told her to stop lying, there's no chance of us getting back together, so just tell the truth so I can move on. She stuck to her story for a bit but, like many of you predicted, cracked. She admitted that every time I went on a guy's trip over the last 2 years, she thought I was cheating, so she had fun in return. I was livid. I told her that's a pathetic excuse for sleeping around. I asked who she was talking to on the phone, she wouldn't say. I asked if she used protection, she said sometimes. I told her she's lucky I tested clean for STDs, so she doesn't have to worry unless her last fling went bare. Finally, I showed her the ring and told her I was going to propose on July 4th at our friend's party where we met. She broke down, begging for another chance. I said I'll always love her, but we're done. She's been texting all day, but I'm about to block her for good. Right now, I'm eating Buffalo Wild Wings, drinking beer, and watching fights. Hoping Poirier wins, but I doubt it. My life's a mess, but thanks for listening. Not sure if I'll update again, I doubt I'll ever talk to her. Comments. Classic cheater move, claiming it was just once and blaming you with "I thought you were cheating. It's your fault, huh? Sure. Sucks about the lease, but you've got your mom's place. Not ideal, but it works. Her loss, she was one step from being your wife. You chose her, and she threw it away for hookups. Focus on you, ease up on the booze, and you'll get through this. I'm glad you ditched her. Her "I thought you were cheating" excuse is pathetic. Why wouldn't she say who she was on the phone with? Bet it's someone in your circle, maybe a friend's wife. She didn't want to spill because it could stir up drama, like if that woman's husband is also being cheated on. Warn your friends. Her bar reaction? No real guilt, she only cried when you showed the ring and she realized what she lost. Drop the alcohol, live your life, travel. If you find out who she was talking to, update us. Update 2, thanks again for the support, it means a lot. A few things happened yesterday, so here's a quick update. Rachel's no longer invited to our friend's July 4th party, so I don't have to worry about running into her. Remember the wife who tried to talk to me in the first update? She's hosting the party. Rachel told her it was a one-time mistake, so she pushed me to talk it out. On Tuesday, I met with her and told her the full story. She called Rachel, who confirmed everything, and the wife lost it, yelled at her, said what she did was disgusting, and told her not to show up to the party since I'll be there. She apologized to me, not for Rachel but for herself, because she had no idea what really happened. I told her she didn't need to apologize, we both fell for a liar we thought was close. As for who Rachel was talking to when I overheard her, I'm almost sure it was her sister. Her 2 friends claimed they knew nothing about her cheating. Apparently, on Saturdays when I was on trips, they'd have girls' nights at our place, wine and gossip until 11 p.m. A wife who's not super close with Rachel but attended some of those nights said she never heard about any cheating. Another reason I think it was her sister, I tried texting and calling her 3 times, but radio silence. Rachel's mom called me, saying Rachel's in a deep depression over our breakup and asked if anything could change my mind. I said nothing in the world would. I went back to work Monday after a week off, so I'm back in my routine. I'm laying off the alcohol, my liver will thank me. This community's been a lifeline, and I'm grateful for every one of you. I don't know if I'll update again, this feels like the end. I've blocked Rachel everywhere now, so she can't reach me. The party host said Rachel's not doing great, but she said that before knowing the full truth. I'm not doing great either, but I'm moving forward and leaving this behind. Story 2, caught my college girlfriend cheating at a party, reported her to her sorority, and she got kicked out. I met my girlfriend during freshman orientation week at college. It was a week of events for new students, and we ended up in the same group. We clicked instantly, spending tons of time together. At the end of the week, there was a big freshman dance, and we went together. That night, we both had our first intimate experience, awkward looking back, but sweet at the time. We dated for 2 years, and I really loved her. We weren't planning marriage or a future, but we were happy and comfortable. Our university had a big Greek life scene. I always thought fraternities and sororities were weird, so I never considered joining one. But my girlfriend dreamed of joining a specific sorority since she was a kid, she even picked our college for it. The summer before sophomore year, she got in. I was happy for her because I knew how much it meant, but I was a bit worried. That sorority was everything I disliked about Greek life. Every girl seemed like a clone of the others. Her schedule got packed with sorority events, and between that and classes, we barely saw each other. We used to talk daily, but after she joined, even our texts became rare. Over lunch one day, I brought it up. She said it was temporary, that she needed to settle in, and she didn't want to break up. She told me about the sorority's strict rules. Members had to act in ways that reflected well on the group, dress a certain way, only date worthy guys, and stick to the organization's values. Weeks passed, but nothing changed. I still loved her, but there was a huge gap between us. I didn't want to give ultimatums, but it was tough. One day, she invited me to her sorority's annual party at a frat house. I hate Greek life and didn't want to go, but I missed her. I was working on campus that weekend, helping with student events, so I told her I'd try to make it if I finished early. The movie I was showing students was so bad most left early, so I closed the hall ahead of schedule and headed to the party. When I got there, it was packed, and I didn't know anyone. I recognized a few girls from her sorority but felt awkward approaching them. I wandered the frat house, checking rooms for her, hoping I wouldn't see anything bad. But I did. I opened a door and saw my girlfriend making out with one guy while another was kissing her neck. She was topless, and it was clear what was about to happen. I froze in shock. The guy behind her saw me and yelled to get out. She opened her eyes, saw me, and rushed toward the door. I slammed it in her face and left. She blew up my phone with calls and texts, but I didn't respond. The next morning, I texted her, "I don't want to hear explanations. We're done. No excuse makes this okay." I blocked her number and spent days wallowing in disappointment. Then I remembered those dumb sorority rules she mentioned at lunch. I wondered if cheating and a threesome aligned with their values. Knowing how much the sorority meant to her, I decided to get even. I found the sorority president's Facebook and detailed what happened, not expecting much but hoping it'd tarnish her reputation. The president read the message but didn't reply. A couple of weeks later, my ex sent me an angry email. Apparently, the president told other sorority girls, gossip spread across campus, and the atmosphere got so bad she quit the sorority herself. She blamed me, saying I cost her opportunities the sorority would have given her. I didn't care, she made her bed. If she lost career prospects, that's on her. I blocked her email, and we haven't spoken since. The only awkward moment was when we ended up in the same class. I saw her the first day, but she didn't show up again, probably switched groups. That's the end of both stories. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about them? Thanks for watching this video to the end. Check out our previous video linked below, subscribe if you haven't, and catch you in the next one.